Good morning, YouTube. Hope y'all are having a good day. It's the first week of October 2023, and it is a absolutely gorgeous day today. It started out at about 56 degrees this morning. I think it's supposed to get up to about 85 today, max. Nice looking Hellcat. And yeah, not a cloud in the sky, no rain. So I'm excited. Gonna do a couple of things in this video. I had one of my viewers previously ask for a walkthrough of the shop and the outside of the shop, so I'm gonna try to do that today. The other thing I'm gonna do is kind of babble and talk to you. I've tried for about 2 years now, 3 years to get this business up and going, and it has been an uphill fight pretty much the whole way. I'm trying to do it without going to the bank, without borrowing money from anybody, and for the most part I've been able to do it. Don't go on a whole lot of vacations, don't buy a whole lot of new stuff, because everything goes into the business. So, good and bad things with that. But sorry about the sunlight there. But it's been a struggle because I can't buy new equipment that has warranties on it. So if something breaks, man, that sun's bad. Sorry, y'all. And that's led to a lot of soul searching and a lot of praying and trying to figure out, what's the right course, what's the wrong course, things like that. And man, every time you get to a point where you think, all right, I made a decision, I'm gonna do this, something totally different shows up in your life. I had gotten to a point where I was seriously debating on just shutting the business part of it down, keep doing some YouTube stuff, but not have any kind of a business associated with it. And we weren't getting a lot of good paying jobs in. The ones we were getting in were just very, very time consuming. Good projects, love doing them, but very, very time consuming. And in all honesty, not a lot of profit in them. And you can't run a business that way. You've got to be able to make a profit. You got to be able to make money. So prayed about it, talked to my wife about it. Things are gonna have to change. And in that 24 hours after us talking and thinking we came to a decision, some stuff happened, and now we've got 3 brand new jobs in this shop that are going to be fairly profitable in the scheme of things, and fairly quick turnaround, hopefully, if nothing goes wrong. Of course, my luck, something always goes wrong. So, plan for the worst, hope for the best. Let me fix y'all there. There we go. So, as of right now, yeah, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to continue the business and trying to make things happen. It is very, very difficult when you have a full life on top of trying to run a business. I have a full-time job. I have to put 144 hours every 2 weeks into it. I have kids that are involved in activities that I, as a parent and a father, am proud to be part of, and I'm not going to miss. I have things with the church, with my family, and then the general maintenance of the property and the farm. So I've got a lot going on. Maybe one day I'll slow down. It ain't going to be anytime soon. So with that being said, I know that's a lot of babbling. It doesn't really affect anybody, but I guess I said all that to say this. Even when you think you're doing what God intended, even when you think you're doing what's right, and you're still going to struggle. You're still going to have things that go wrong. And I think the character of a person and their faith is how they work through it, and their diligence in trying to reach the end goal. Like I said, hopefully I'll continue to be able to bring content. I'll continue to be able to build my shop. Being able to turn it over to my son and or daughter is and has always been the plan. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. But right now, Firehouse Customs is still running, and we are still doing everything we can to be a profitable business. Hasn't happened yet, but one day it will happen. So anyway, I hope y'all are having a great day. I know I am. Let's go look at the shop. So this is the start of my family farm. I don't own all this property. It's owned by family members, but it is what has always been in my family. Whoops, sorry. So these pecan trees were planted. They're Stewart's Desirables, a few Mayhem, but they were all planted by my great-grandfather. We've done renewal prunes on them. We fertilize them, irrigate them, all that. And they produce quite a bit. I think last year we got about 8,000 pounds off of them. It's not a huge amount in the scheme of things, but it does help fund the farm and keep things going. Off to the side over here and over here past the pecans are peach trees. There's about 250 acres of peach trees that are leased out to local orchards, and they maintain them. They have their crews come in and pick the peaches, and usually they mow the grass around them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So, you know, it's a win situation for us because we don't have to maintain the property as much, and they take care of a lot of that. So I don't know if you can see it through my messy windshield, but way back over there is one of our hay pastures that's I've shot some video mowing it before, so that's over there. All right, so this is part of the peach trees, and then in the way back over here you can see oaks and things like that. On the other side of that there's let's see, 1, 2, 3, there's 3 fields back over here with about 100 acres of planted pines on it. And then back this way, there's 2 more fields through the woods that are peach orchards. So that's pretty much the big portion of the family farm. All right, so just thought I'd take you on a tour. This is my shop. It started out in the early 90s. My dad and I built this section, and we poured the slab, dug the pit for the drive over part, blocked it up, and it stayed basically just like that for probably 14, 15 years. And then we built the second story. The second story up here is woodworking shop. The bottom section is 30 foot wide, 40 foot long. The upper stairs is 25 by 40. And that's all woodwork, table saws, planers, bandsaws, all that's upstairs. And then we came in years later and we added the awnings here and over here on this side, and they were just for equipment. Then about 4 years ago, we decided to close them in. We started with this one, blocked it in. This is our machine shop on this side. And then after we finished that, we realized, let's go on and block the other one in, and that is the welding shop on that side over there. I think I did a video about this when we first started the channel, but this is the personnel door into the machine shop. But that hood right there is off of my very first hot rod. That's the hood for my Plymouth Duster, and we put a new fiberglass hood on it. And instead of throwing that hood away, I decided to make it the rain shelter. So it works out pretty good. Excuse the mess. I know it's piled up. I cannot seem to get caught up. But again, this is the machine shop here. I've seen videos of the little storage van body there. That's chemicals and all that. The hydraulic press that we've got to rebuild. And then the box behind it is a 4x4 by 7 foot powder coating oven that we built. This is the area. Our 2-post lift is here. We've got enough room here to put another vehicle if we need to. And sandblasting, all that's over here. It's not a bad area. We do get, because it's, excuse me, sorry on the camera work, because it's open in some areas, we do get rain in here, but the lift is protected and it still keeps us for the most part out of the weather. And then right here is, let's see, this is material storage here, wood, scrap metal, things like that. Of course, my dad's 641 and some other farm equipment, implements, things like that. And then the back of the welding shop. So, and some other farm implements, things. You saw the scrape blade in a previous episode. I got to get the auger here back up under a shelter. I loaned it to somebody. The canoe halves here, we've got a project that I need to do for a local scout troop. We're going to build shelves out of those, so I need to get started on that. And there's my old dump truck. I'm getting with Nelson on IP Farms. He's got some parts off of a truck he's throwing away that I'm hoping to get, and that'll get that back up and running. And then a little more storage. The plan on this, we got it, it's a 32-foot van body. The plan is to put a wall right about there. This back half will become a sandblasting room, so that we can reclaim all the sand and clean it, reuse it. And then this side up here will become storage for parts and things like that. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So we've got a long way to go, but you know, it's getting there. Again, there's the monster. Hopefully one day I can get it finished up. Let's go inside and see what we got inside. Show you the mess I've got there. All right, I don't know that I've ever brought any videoing up here, but this is the woodworking shop. As you can see, we've got the bandsaw. We've got a work table. It's got our chop saw, bandsaw, radio arm, and a drill press in it, as well as a built-in router. Table saws here, and then the rest of it's just storage, and we've got some various projects going on that we need to get done. But that's pretty much it. We do have, let me turn around here. We do have a set of doors here that these are the ones you can see from outside that we can move big material in and out of the shop. All right, y'all, you'll have to forgive the mess. I don't believe in faking a clean shop, but this is our air compressor. We have it up under the stairs, as you can see it there. Eventually I'd like to move this outside, but for right now it works good in there and it's out of the way, so we'll leave it there. And some different storage and stuff. Of course, the 71 project I've got to get started on for my buddy. I know he's wanting it. Parts washer. I've had this thing for about 2.5, 3 years. I've yet to use it. It may actually go up for sale soon because it's just taking up space. So, engine for the Beast, and the pile of parts for my daughter's Challenger. Nuts and bolts that she's going through. A project I'm working on for a friend of mine. The lathe that we got in that's on the list of stuff to work on, but it's going to be a while. So, welders, and again, messy. So restrooms back there. We're in the middle of a couple of big projects, so this shop area is 20 by 40. You can see where we're cutting stuff out on the plasma table. There's the Ellis bandsaw, the cab for the truck, Chevy truck I'm working on for a young man here. Of course, this is our brake, and then the shear, drill presses. Some of you might remember this. This is one of the gates that we built for a local farmer, and he called me up, said that we're actually going to have to rebuild part of it because the local school bus hit it. And I don't know if you can see right here where it's buckled, and down here it's buckled. They caught it with the school bus and bent it. They didn't necessarily bend the gate, but they bent these hinges and tore them out of the post. So we're going to take the hinges off, make new ones, straighten up anything that's damaged, clean it up, repowder coat it. Yeah. So that's the metalworking. Like I said, it's a mess. I never seem to have enough room in the welding shop. So, and then again, junk. I need about 2 months to get everything organized so that I can actually find stuff. All right, and this is the machine shop. The Bridgeport is still apart, but we've got good news on it. I've actually found a totally new head. So we're gonna take this head off. I've got a new head coming in from Indiana. We're gonna take this one and all the pieces, we're gonna ship it back to the people and hopefully get them to rebuild it for me while we're using the other head. And then once we get this one back, we'll swap it back onto the machine and I'll have a spare head for this machine. The only reason I would swap it back is because this one has this unit. This is a power feed for the quill. So that allows this part of the mill to go up and down without me having to manually do it. And the head that I'm buying for the spare is not a power feed. So it's got a manual quill, So we'll hold it back, and if anything like this happens again, I've got a spare head for the machine. We've got the bandsaw, my Manhattan, which we just recently got done, my LeBlond, the Cincinnati's right here, and then you've got the Cincinnati Bickford radial arm drill that we're in the process of going through, and the Dual surface grinder. We think we have this fixed. We're going to be putting the saddle back on the machine hopefully tonight, and by the end of the week hopefully that one will be done. And yeah, so no shortage of projects. The machine shop is just like the welding shop. It's roughly 20 by 40, but it's a nice closed in area that we've gotten a lot of good work out of, and hopefully I can continue to improve on it. The area back here, I'm hoping that we can get another lathe in there to do larger shafts, up to about 6 foot in length. So that's hopefully coming. All right, so that's the shop. It's kind of a cluster of little small rooms. It is not the best design by any means whatsoever, but I already had the shop, so I'm making the best with what I've got. We would like to expand onto the building one day and have more room, but until the shop becomes productive, it's just not going to happen. So we'll make do with what we've got and try to get stuff done. So hey, I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I am just absolutely floored at the number of subscribers we've picked up lately. It's just unbelievable, the number of people that have joined the channel and are being part of this. So I really appreciate that. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being part of it. I would love to sit around here and chat with y'all, but I've got a lot of work to do. And right now I have to head to the local high school for a school governance program to try to talk them into helping bring more vocational programs to the school. So we're going to go see how that works. But hey, thank y'all for joining again. Take care of yourselves. Hope you're having a great day in paradise. I know I am. Talk to you later.